I'm actually going to record myself. Okay.
You're clicking it out.
Oh, okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Character for Life Enterprise. I am very honored to share with you all tonight what we are passionate about, and we are passionate about helping individuals discover their purpose for being in life, and also to develop their confidence to exemplify their purpose for being and exhort their power to impact. Because we all have a power to impact in this life. Do you all agree?
Yes.
First off, I would like to start with a story. Please use your imagination. It is kind of far-fetched, but you'll get the point from it. So let us imagine that we are back at the beginning of time prior to the creation of humankind. There is the sun, the moon, and the stars. They're consulting one another about creating human beings. So they decide that we're going to create each and every human being with an innate talent and power to impact. Now, we all know that there's been billions of people who have come and gone from this earth. So we will only talk about person A, B, and C. Person A was given the ability to be the Bill Gates in the industry of engineering. That's what they ordained for this person. Person B was to be a great fashion designer. And person C was to be a great entertainer. This person was actually going to be a triple threat. They could dance, sing, and act. So after they decided upon what they were going to do with creation, they decided that they will visit each person at a point in time in their lives to see what have you done with the gift that we have given you. I believe that each and every one of us has been given an innate power to impact. And power to impact simply means the ability to influence the lives of others. The question is, what will we do with it? Everything that is humanly possible, something significant, or nothing at all? First, in order for us to exemplify our ability to have the power to impact, we must be clear about our purpose. How many of you here have a personal mission statement written down about your personal purpose for being? That's about right, because according to statistics, 97% of Americans do not have a written down personal statement for their purpose for being. Personally, my mission is to break the cycle of poverty in mind and spirit by hacking at the root of my own spiritual, mental, habitual, and emotional barriers as I help others to do the same. And my business mantra for me, because all of us as individuals are businesses, if we take the time to think about it in that way, as far as our power to influence and impact, I live to inspire. So I challenge you all today, for those of you who do not have a written down purpose for being, to go home and write one. So where should we begin? There's 3 ways to become clear about our purpose. One is engaging in the process of self-discovery. And I always encourage people to do self-assessments. How many of us have done like career assessments, personality assessments? There's actually one online called the Mosaic Personality Assessment that you can find. And those are just things that you could take and you can see what really fits with me, what doesn't, ways to really know our weaknesses and strengths. Also, there's self-awareness. It's important for us to know what are our triggers, what makes me mad, What are my limitations? What makes me happy? Those things help us to set personal boundaries, which is very important when we want to maximize our purpose and our power to impact in this life. Then there's, last but not least, personal development. And that's just to engage in the ongoing process of growing in our purpose. This is a book that I highly recommend. Overcoming the Dark Side of Leadership is one of my favorite self-help books. It's just awesome. And I'll pass that around for everyone to look at. There is a quote. Which one do I want to share? And that is, it's a quote by, I can't remember the guy's name right now, Tazo something. I don't even know how to pronounce it, to be honest. But there's a quote, to know others is to be wise, but to know oneself is to be enlightened. And that's the reason why it's very important for us to know our individual purpose for being in life, because a lot of times the answers that we are seeking is within. And if we really take the time to reevaluate ourselves, ask ourselves some tough, honest questions, we will find the solutions that we are looking for. Next off, we need to be passionate about what we do. This is something I'm very passionate about, especially when it comes to our young people or broken people. I've always worked with disadvantaged populations and where life has tried to knock them out of the game completely. And so just helping them regain that purpose, regain that confidence to continue to go forward in life, no matter the challenges that they've come across. So, for us to figure out our passion, one of the things that we can do is ask ourselves some questions. Like, what are some things that we could lose track of time in? And it doesn't always have to be something great that society deems as great. It could be something as simply as how Thomas shared with us last week, how he liked to take things apart. Then he had to go to school to learn how to put things together. It could be something as simple as that. But then we're passionate about it. Like, that's something I really enjoy to do. I don't care if hours go by and I'm still doing this particular activity. There's also another quote by T.D. Jakes, Bishop T.D. Jakes. I don't know if everyone's familiar with him. And if you don't know your purpose, figure out your passion, and your passion will lead you to your purpose. Another important thing about our passion is that it gives us the momentum to keep doing what we're doing. It helps us understand why we're doing what we're doing, so when challenges arise, we don't get discouraged, we don't lose excitement, and we continue to push on with that we are committed to. So once we're clear about our purpose and we're clear about our passion, then we can exemplify our power to impact. And our power to impact is basically our influence. According to John Maxwell, and I have to actually read his quote, leadership is not about titles, positions, or flow charts. It is about one life influencing another. And that's simply what it means to have our power to impact. So back to the story. The sun, moon, and the stars went to visit each person. The engineer did something great. So they increased their capacity and made them greater. The fashion designer did something significant, created some fashion clothes for their young people and stuff. So they increased their capacity to where they were able to do more for more people. Unfortunately, the entertainer did nothing. Reason being, they were discouraged. They allowed fear to come in. And so they took the gift and distributed it among other people because they still needed that purpose to be fulfilled in the earth, even though C did not activate it. Once again, I believe that everyone in here has the power to impact. We have been born to do so. It's the power of being a human being. The question is, what will we do with it? We must become clear about our purpose, clear about our passion, so we can exemplify our ability and power to impact.